Hello and welcome back to DocTrack Administrator Training. With this lesson, we begin our look at the DocTrack utilities. These can be found in the DocTrack module in the Utilities folder. In this lesson, we'll look at the DocTrack attachment log, the DocTrack polling error log, the DocTrack polling history log, and the DocTrack polling queue. The DocTrack attachment log displays a record of every time an attachment was added, deleted, or updated. This utility is only available to Sightline users who are assigned to the Manager DocTrack Permissions group. As we open it, you can see that each attachment record displays the action, the source module of the record that hosts the attachment, the record number, the file name of the attachment description, date and time it was created, and fields documenting its obsolete status. If we go to the bottom, you'll see that in my case, this collection only includes 200 records. This is the default limit that's been set up for collections in Sightline. If I want to see more at a time, I can change my data record caps by choosing View from the menu and User Preferences. On the Runtime Behaviors tab, I can go to the Data Record Cap section and put a value in the Use Specified Max field. As I said, the default is 200. I think I'll enter 500 here. So when I go back and refresh the log and go to the end, you'll see that I now have 500 records in my collection. Another nice feature of this log is that you can filter on any of these columns. For example, if I'm only interested in invoices, I can click the filter icon, enter invoice in the description field, and click the filter icon again. Now I've filtered out everything in the log except for invoices. Unlike the attachment log, these three utilities are available to all DocTrack users. They are read-only versions of the logs that we looked at in the second lesson on the polling application. You can't delete or manipulate any of the activities that are displayed here. They're for information purposes only. However, it's pretty valuable information. For example, when we open the DocTrack polling error log, we see that it has most of the same fields that the error log in the polling application has, including the date and time of the error, the PDF ID and task number of the polling request, the user ID, the error description, and the source of the error. The DocTrack polling history log is also similar to its counterpart found in the DocTrack polling application. Because it's a read-only version, the user will not be able to resubmit polling requests from this form. However, it shows the same information in the same expandable display format. Each of these lines is a separate polling request. We'll cover polling requests in detail later on in this section, but for now, we'll just glance at the information available in this form. For each polling request, you see the PDF ID and the reference information, in addition to the date and time the request was submitted, started, and completed. You'll also find information on the site and the user that submitted the request. Down here, you'll find information on any attachments that were to be bundled into the final report. And if you select the plus sign, you'll find detailed information on the actions performed by DocTrack, For example, here you'll see the name and location of the file that was archived. And here you'll see each intended recipient of the final bundled report. The DocTrack polling queue holds records for all PDF requests that have not yet been processed by DocTrack. As soon as they're processed, they're removed from this list. There's a lot more information available here than what you'll find in the other version. In addition to the fields in the server version, you'll also see fields for type, when the request was submitted, the user ID, and more. With these three utilities, you don't have to be an administrator to do some of your own troubleshooting. In some cases, users will be able to uncover mistakes and make their own corrections. You'll want to encourage your users to take advantage of these informative, easy-to-use utilities. Well, that's all for now. Join us next time when we look at more of the administrative utilities. See you then.